Hi, it's Jake. I want to talk to you today about two things. Mindfulness and habits. They're two things that you end up learning about when you start to improve your eyesight. Some people have these skills already because they are skills, and others don't. But either way, if you're successful at improving your eyesight, those are skills you acquire. Habits is the first one. You absolutely need habits to be successful. If you're just kind of throwing things in there while you're excited, they'll get lost when you get back into your just day-to-day. So what we really focus on is habit building. And that's why the sessions work really well, because they're little 20-minute sessions and we just do one little thing. And then the next session I remind you, are you still doing the one little thing? And we add one little other thing. Like, for example, 20 minutes without glasses in the morning. It's really easy to do. And you do it the first time, and you do it the second time, and you do it the third time. And it becomes a habit that your bathroom is blurry, right? And you take that in, the mindfulness part. Your toothbrush is blurry, and the sink is blurry, and the shower is blurry. And then after 20 minutes, when you put on your glasses and you retrace your steps, all those things are clear. And I encourage you to have that experience. One of the things that happens quite a bit since I've been involved in the website is I get emails from people saying, I tried plus lens therapy, or I tried whatever thing I read on some forum and it sort of worked, but it didn't really work. And the thing with all those approaches that I've tried and read about and people point me to is they're missing a lot of the pieces that aren't specifically about the activity. Yeah, maybe you need plus lens, maybe you don't, but the habit and the mindfulness are what will make you successful. The plus lens is just a tool, it's a thing that applies to some people and doesn't apply to others. Mindfulness and habits applies to everybody who succeeds. So the mindfulness part, so that's really the other thing, is you have the habit of 20 minutes without glasses in the morning. I nudge you into building the skill of consciously creating habits to succeed. And then you end up having a mindful sort of experience because you can't help but compare the without glasses experience and the with glasses experience. So I build that in because I know you need it. Now, if you want to take all this a little bit further, if you want to build on those two really key skills, it's very easy to do. And I really like it. I encourage you to try it. It's really worth the experience if you have an extra 20 minutes a day. Mindfulness is a great app. I'll link it below. That just takes 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes a day of it's a guided meditation. And it's really, really, really simple. And in the beginning, it's actually quite challenging to just sit still for 10 minutes if you're not the meditating type, which I'm not. But you acquire it as a skill, right? And you acquire two things, again, or you increase your ability to create habits, and you get to be in a more mindful state when you accomplish those 10 minutes of guided meditation once and twice and 3 times, and you do it for a week, and you feel good that you didn't miss a day, and then you do it for 2 weeks, and then it's really just kind of a habit. And then if you miss a day, it feels weird, and it adds a whole lot to the experience. And the other thing, and don't shut it out yet when you hear it, is yoga. Now, a lot of my clients are not very flexible. I've got clients that are soldiers that just laugh me out of the room when I say it. Really, really, really helpful experience because it's difficult. But we don't do the whole, I've tried yoga, I've done the hour things and tortured myself and it was terrible and I never stuck with it. There's another app, I'll link that one below too. It's free, it's got really interesting programs to follow. So you just pick a program and every day it's just 10 minutes. And it's stuff that no matter what kind of shape you're in, you can do. And it's just enough to where it's a tool to build a habit, right? Just like improving your eyesight becomes a habit, this is a habit. And just like the mindfulness puts you in touch with your mind, the yoga thing puts you in touch with your body. And you have to get in touch with your body anyway, and you are already getting in touch with your body when you're working on your eyesight. So when you're doing a little 10-minute stretch, and it really is just, it's really, if you do it 4 or 5 times, you have the hang of it, and it's a little different every day, and you can do it in your office, you can do it on your living room floor. It's not about becoming a yogi, it's just you feel different afterwards. You connected with your body, you stretched it out, you felt things you haven't felt in a while, you feel a sense of accomplishment, you feel a sense of peace. And I know this sounds like freaking hippies. I'm completely aware of this. So just, if you want to have the experience, or if you're open to having a new experience, try it out. Just give it a week and look for the sense of accomplishment in having done the 10 minutes of sitting still. Use the app, much easier with the app. Without the app, very difficult. And use the 10-minute yoga thing. Don't sign up for yoga. Don't drive to a yoga studio and torture yourself for an hour. Just do the app. There's 10 minutes here and 10 minutes there. And in those 20 minutes, you connect to your mind, you connect to your body, and you're working on a habit. You don't have to do it to improve your eyesight. You absolutely don't. But if you want to kind of further yourself, and if you want to make sure you don't get stuck or lost, those are 2 really, really great habits to get, because the way you connect to yourself and the way you connect to the time in your day is going to make it a ton easier, and you're going to find it a lot easier to appreciate the work you're doing on your eyesight. And these are the kind of things that I think that the course before was missing a little bit, and I think those are the things that everybody else is completely missing. I've read the books, I've done the internet stuff, I've gone to the behavioral optometrists who are nice, and the stuff is helpful, but it's missing, it's so focused on the ingredients, right? Like, I don't know how you bake a cake, but if it's flour and sugar and water or whatever, they're really just focused on those 3 things, and they're not looking at the bigger picture, like, why do you want to make a cake, right? What kind of cake do you want to make? It probably takes an oven. There's a bunch of other bits and pieces that if you want to have fun doing it, and if you want to do it again, and if you want to do it for the right reasons, you have to have a bit of a larger experience than all those other places get into. And it's a little frustrating, honestly, because a lot of people come to me saying, hey, this didn't work. And it just doesn't work because the people that are trying to do it they don't really understand why they're doing it, and they just see the tool, like maybe somebody got from me, plus lens, we'll just wear plus lenses all the time. And then it kind of works and it kind of doesn't work, but it's because they're missing the whole bigger picture. Anyway, won't make this too long. I will link those 2 apps below. If you're going to do it, I recommend first pick a time, like figure out when you will do it. Don't just launch the app and lose it the next day. Like, figure out when there's a space in your day where you might be up for that. Where you might be up for that consistently, just to give it a chance to actually work. And then, and let me know how it goes. I would love to hear how you get on with it. All right?